There are better bikes to start out on. I do love this bike so much, obviously, but you've been warned. The vlog will start momentarily. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It is a beautiful sunset ride today. I didn't feel like cleaning my apartment, but I did feel like getting froyo, so here we are on the bike, and I wanted to chat topically, specifically about this bike. So if you don't know, wow, it's beautiful right now. If you don't know, I ride a 2017 Ducati Scrambler Cafe Racer, and I wanted to discuss the merits of this bike as a starter bike, as a beginner bike. Is the Ducati Scrambler lineup as a whole a good beginner bike? And to that I say, short answer, no. It's kind of a yes and no, but it's mostly no. So the Ducati Scrambler lineup has 3 different displacement bikes now. This is like the middle ground, and this was also, I think, the first, if not, they might have released the Scrambler 64 or 62, whatever the heck it's called, at the same time as the 803cc engine lineup. As I said, yes, 803cc's, that's how big this bike is. And it gets about, like mine at least, naturally gets about like 72 horsepower, 72? Sounds about right. 72, 75, I don't recall. So it's a pretty beefy dude, and it's not equipped with modes or anything like that. So it's what you see is what you get, and it likes to kind of go faster than 25 miles per hour. This bike was my second bike, and honestly, that's my recommendation for people. I'd say this is a better second bike for a couple of reasons. You know, the sheer engine size is honestly not crazy. It only goes as fast as you tell it to. However, I think there are more forgiving bikes to start out on, belt-fed bikes, and especially bikes that aren't so expensive and precious, because I don't know, you're gonna mess up a little bit. It's kind of ignorant to think that you're gonna be a perfect rider. Wow, everybody's out today, it's so cool. It's kind of ignorant to think that you're gonna do everything perfectly. So if you have the budget, by all means, start out on a fancy pants bike. But I think it would make more sense for this to be a second bike, because you'll get accustomed to another bike's throttle before this one, because this bike has a relatively sensitive throttle. Like, it's pretty crankable, and in the wrong hands that could be kind of dangerous. Granted, I think you should just know thyself, as I've said in previous videos. I know I have in the past said that this is a good starter bike, but it's like starter or beginner. If you've had experience on bikes, or at least mopeds, or just something, this will be an alright bike to buy. But I'd say start on other ones. Maybe a Honda Rebel. I love those things. A Honda Rebel like 500 is the sweetest deal for a first bike. I haven't looked into a lot of smaller displacement bikes yet, but I think the Scrambler lineup is pretty fully loaded, and I like that about it, and that's why I'm going to hold on to this bike for a long time. I've had it since, you know, late June 2017. I plan to have it for a bit longer, and I don't have any intentions of changing out this bike anytime soon. Now, a bike that is similar to this, but would ultimately be a better starter bike from the Ducati lineup, is those new, I could probably make it, but I don't want to die today, is probably those new those new Monsters. I was just on one, and they have these modes, and you can just land that guy in urban mode and keep him there, and you're good as gold. That's going to be a great thing to get accustomed to and to have fun on. Look, it's 2 chicks over there on bikes. Will you be my friend? Hi. Oh, it's just one chick. Half the time I'm on the streets and I'm like, oh, it's a chick on a bike, and it's just a dude with long hair. Anyways, all are welcome. But yeah, I think there are better bikes to start out on. I do love this bike so much, obviously, but you've been warned. And they even make these at 1100. Well, don't start on that, for the love of God. But perhaps the Scrambler 62 is something more your speed. It's like 399 cc's. But to be honest, I don't even know if I'd recommend that, because it's like still awfully pricey for a first bike. And you might as well get a reliable Japanese bike to start out on, and then move your way up into the more like expensive ecosystems of brands like Ducati and BMW. And I mean, there's a lot of expensive Japanese bikes out there too. You catch my drift. You're picking up what I'm putting down. So, I mean, that's all I really had to say on that. We're just tooling around Milwaukee. I'm gonna bring us up Prospect, and I'm gonna get Froyo. And I don't know if I'll bother showing you that. I don't know if I have very much battery life left. If you want to hear more about me and this bike, and you might be able to hear right now that it's a little louder than your usual Scrambler because I outfitted it with a noisy little exhaust. You can go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, come back for more. I'm making it. Thanks so much for watching. You're the best. Don't forget to ride safe. And until next time, I'll be seeing ya. Well, other than the initial price point and the investment in the bike, the maintenance on Ducatis are not cheap. It's a more premium bike, so you have to pay a more premium cost, and I don't know, that's a little disheartening if you're just starting to ride. Look at that little dog. It doesn't even look like a dog. What is it? I mean, it's pretty cute, but it looks bald. It's probably good for the summertime. You're gonna need the buzz cut.